Yeah, Hari Hari, please, you can start, okay? Others will connect, okay? Will join in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Yeah. Hari Garu, please you can start the session. Thank you.
Hello, hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello, I'm Hari here. I'm the trainer for this program. So, like, what is your requirement? Why you want to do Python? Somebody can tell.
Well, Hari, good morning. My name is Harish, and most of the guys you see here are from my reference, and also you can see my son also attending this particular class. So the basic agenda or the objective for attending this particular session is to learn Python, which could be useful to these guys, going forward to learn the artificial intelligence. And myself, I have
Uh,
worked for the industry for more than 25 years now, and I wanted to see these guys, getting into their careers, into the AI ML.
okay. So you are into the industry
So
for 25 years now.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, so
So
these all are
most of the
useful to.
guys, I'm sorry, Hari, most of the guys you see here, there is my son who is Kushal, and the other guys are his friends, his classmates actually, and they are studying their fourth year. They are studying their third year, second semester in
Okay.
CSC department.
Okay. Okay. 3 to engineering. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, first what we'll do is we will see like what is Python and some features, some advantages of Python. And once you are good in Python, what you can learn in future. So these all things we will discuss for today. And see, you are from, as Mr. Harish is saying, so all you people are from CSE 3.2. So I think you are somewhat good in the terminology and all that we use in the languages. Okay. Any doubt? Still, you can ask and say that you are good. That is fine. If not, also I'll start here from very much scratch. Okay. So that say if some of you are not so good at, still you can understand. At any point of time, any doubt you can ask. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have shared the screen. I think probably you are able to see this. See Python. Python is a programming language. Python is a programming language. So we have many programming languages which are used to write, so in one way, basic sense like programming. But when it comes to language is used as a support to develop different types of applications like web applications, GUI applications, libraries, frameworks, APIs, all this will be developing, okay? So using the programming languages. And when it comes to programming languages, we have two types of programming languages. Two types of programming languages that we have. They're compiler based.
Hari, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Am I the only one who is not able to see the screen? I don't know. I'm not able to see the screen.
So how about others?
Harish, we are able to see the screen.
Are able to see, sir.
So what you do is you disconnect and connect again.
Harish, you're connected through your mobile, right?
No,
Okay, mobile.
no, I'm
Okay.
not connecting to mobile. I connected to laptop.
No, Hari, no, we understand that you are. Harish is connected through his mobile.
Okay.
Okay, Harish, in that there is an option called view. అది ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేయి నీకు ఆ స్క్రీన్ కనబడుతుంది
Um,
టీమ్స్ లో.
okay. I mean, I came to the view. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So now we have two types of programming languages, compiler based and interpreter based programming languages. So first let me tell you that Python is interpreter based programming language. Interpreter based programming language. So we have two types of programming languages are there, compiler based and interpreter based. So what is the difference between compiler based and interpreter based? See, compiler based means entire program will be compiled first and then access will be given to the user. Got it? What is that? Compiler based means what? Entire program will be compiled first and then access will be given to the user. So what are the examples for compiler based languages? C, C++, Java, C#, TypeScript. These are all compiler based programming languages, okay? Where entire program will be compiled first and then access will be given to the user. And when it comes to interpreter based, line by line reading or parsing of the document will be taking place and simultaneously access will be given to the user. Got it? What is interpreter based? Line by line reading of the document and simultaneously access will be given to the user. Okay. So Python is interpreter based programming languages. So what are the examples for interpreter based programming languages? Python and JavaScript. So that is the reason why, like we will see some common terminology or similar features in Python and JavaScript. So Python is an interpreter based programming language. And one more thing is Python is loosely or dynamically typed language. Python is loosely or dynamically typed language. See, when it comes to data types, when we write a program, what we'll do? We'll be declaring variables. We use data types, right? So depending on the different values that you want to assign, which you want to store for some future purpose, in a program, the initial activity, what you'll come across is variables that we declare, where we specify the data type also, right? So when as I said, Python is loosely or dynamically typed. When it comes to data types, again, we have two types of programming languages. What are they? Statically or strictly typed languages. Statically or strictly typed languages. And one more is loosely or dynamically typed language. Statically or strictly typed, loosely or dynamically typed. What do you mean by statically or strictly typed? When we declare a variable, it is mandatory to specify the data type. What is statically or strictly typed? When we are declaring a variable, it is mandatory to specify the data type. Specify the data type. Means what? Say now I want to assign a whole number. What I'll do here, I'll declare something like this. Say I want to assign a decimal value. I will give something like this. Say I want to assign a string value. I used to declare a string variable. String variable and assign a value to that. So in statically or strictly typed languages, mandatory to specify the data type. So in case of statically typed languages, in variable declaration, we'll see three parts. What are they? Data type, identifier, and value assigned. Okay. In case of statically or strictly typed, there will be three parts in a variable declaration. So we have to specify the data type, give identifier, and assign value to that. Okay. So that is what is strictly typed, where it is mandatory to specify the data type. When it comes to loosely or like dynamically typed, no need to specify. No need to specify the data type. Okay. So means what? Say I want to say in a number, I can do something like this. So where I want to assign some string value, I can do something like this. And say when it comes, I want to assign a decimal value, I can assign something like this. So in loosely typed language, we will give the identifier and assign value to that. So though Python is loosely or dynamically typed language, when we run the program, internally it will interpret to what data type that particular value belongs. What is that? Though Python is loosely or dynamically typed, where it is not necessary to specify the data type while declaring a variable, internally interpreter will interpret what that particular value, what data type that particular value belongs to. So though it is loosely typed, but still it will be recognized or is mandatory that what that value belongs to, what data type that particular value belongs to. So we will see that. What is this? So Python is loosely or dynamically typed language. And one more thing is, Python is case sensitive. So it means what? Say the same word, if you write in the other case, that is not accepted. Okay. So Python is case sensitive. And one more thing is, Python is open source. Means what? Anybody can download and use it for free. And one more thing is, Python is platform independent. Means what? Once you have your Python program, you can run that program on Windows, Mac, Linux, Pocket PC, PlayStation. So all the operating systems you can run your Python program. Got it. So on different operating systems, you can run your Python program. This is one. So these are some features that you see with Python. It's a interpreter based loosely typed programming language, and it is case sensitive, it is open source, and it is platform independent. Are more features or advantages. And one more thing is students, I want you to sit with a book and pen and write the notes. Okay. I hope that you people are doing that. Is it? So, see, like if you cannot use your audio, you can use the chat window also to type. Okay. So, reason is if you maintain notes, no, that is better. See, now here we have chat window is there. Okay. So you can type message. Okay, so this is the one. Advantages or say more features. See now, if you see that we have many programming languages, and in different languages we follow different style of writing the code. Say for example, C, where all the time we'll be writing functions. Even to create a project also we'll be writing functions. And say that some Microsoft languages are there which are in use, some now and which are not in use, like a VB script, VB6, VB.NET that you can write for .NET. Now these are now where we will write subroutines or procedures, we can say. And when it comes to C++, Java and all, we'll be writing, classes. So every language will have its own style of writing the program. So when it comes to Python, the advantage is Python supports multiple programming paradigm. Multiple programming paradigm. So I think you're all from computer background. I think you have one paper, object-oriented programming or something, where I think you have one topic, programming paradigm. Means what? Different languages will have its own style of writing the code, and some languages are good to develop some applications, and some other are good in the sense like easily we can develop compared to other languages. Okay, so that is the reason why we use different languages when we are developing different types of applications. But when it comes to Python, Python follows all styles of writing the code. What is that? Python supports functional or procedural oriented. Functional or procedural oriented and object oriented. So all styles or formats of code that we can write here in case of Python. Okay. So Python supports multiple programming paradigms. Means what? Different styles that we follow in different languages while writing the code. Those all formats we can follow here in case of Python. Python supports multiple programming paradigm. Sorry, already we have written that. Python supports robust or say that Python has robust standard library. Robust standard libraries here we have. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by library? Library is a predefined functionality. Library contains advantages, reusability. So once you have library, when you are writing a program, so taking reference of a library, you can access all that functionality. Okay. So this library will help you in developing the application much faster. When it comes to Python, we have thousands of libraries which you can use to develop different. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವ್ಸ ಅಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ ಯಾವ నాకు డిస్టర్బెన్స్ కాదు ఎందుకంటే వేల వస్తుందని చెప్పి కలిపేసి robust standard library. Okay, what do you mean by robust standard library? Python has many predefined or built-in libraries which we can use to develop different types of applications very easily by taking reference of the libraries. Okay, so one advantage that you derive out of this is, say that if you are writing the same application using different languages, if you use Python, you can develop it with ease. Reason is, we have built-in libraries where by taking reference, we'll be writing a few lines of code compared to other languages. Okay, so robust standard libraries Python has. One more thing is, if you see in Python compared to other languages, we have easy syntaxes. Compared to other languages, you will find here easy syntaxes. What I mean by that? Your Python code is easily readable and maintainable. Easily readable and maintainable code. So in what way this is advantages? See, easy syntaxes means what? Say when you are, say, developing one project, say you are into a team. So now you will be involving in different activities. Say there will be only bug solving they will assign you initially, or half done work left by some other developer that you have to take up, a maintenance project, or a project which has come for enhancements. So 4 different types of activities as a developer you will be working. So 5, and where you will like work on a project from scratch. So 5 types of activities we can say. Say that when you start and writing the code, to some extent you can understand what you are doing. But if you can read the code written by the other developer for bug solving or half done work that you are continuing, or say that maintenance project and all, where already project is developed. So road should be very clear, where you should understand all these things very easily. So when it comes to Python, compared to other technologies, very easily you can understand the code. For a developer, it is very much required. Okay. So this easy syntaxes that you'll find here in Python will certainly help you. Okay. This is one. And one more is Python will simplify complex software development. Python will simplify complex software development. What do you mean by this? Say you're developing application, same application using 2-3 different technologies. Compared to other technologies, if you adopt, this Python, very easily we can develop the application in terms of time you save, in terms of number of lines of code that you write is comparatively less in Python. So simplify complex software development. And one more thing is, to support that Python is here to stay, based on Python, so many frameworks were introduced. Why these frameworks? To develop web-based applications, GUI applications. Okay, so we have different frameworks. Say here nearly we'll find 20 frameworks when it comes to web applications, like we have Django, Flask, Fast API, all these are web application frameworks. And here 10 to 15 frameworks are there when it comes to developing GUI applications. Okay, like we have Tkinter, Kiwi, like this many frameworks are there to develop GUI, means what? Graphical user interface application. So these are all third party frameworks developed based on Python. So we can easily imagine that Python is here to stay and will go, like you can continue in long run with this one. And one more biggest advantage, if you see in learning Python, is in future you can go as a data scientist, you can go as a machine learning specialist. Of course, these are all will go hand in hand, artificial intelligence. So why? Once you are good in Python, now we can go for this data science or machine learning or artificial intelligence. So in continuation, we can say, and even say that you want to go, you can go as a tester also, even after learning Python, in case if you do not opt for development, but only thing is we need to learn Selenium, where we'll be writing Python scripts, okay, to run the test cases. So these all the things that we can learn here, and even you can go as a full stack developer also once you are good in Python, where you have to learn front end concepts and one library or framework like React.js, and need to learn Django or Flask or Fast API, full stack. See, once you are good in Python, you can go for all these things. So when we have a language, with language, we cannot do like real time, very big application. So your language will help in developing other applications like web applications, GUI applications, libraries, frameworks. Now all this will develop using a programming language. So that is what is this one. Okay. So these are all the things that work. These are all the advantages also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Solar clear. So at this point of time, any doubt to ask? Okay, fine. So next, see in any programming language. See now, okay, what are the installations required to work with Python? What are the installations that are required? See, we have to download and install Python latest version. Python latest, you have to download and install. What is that? 3.13.3. This is the latest version. Okay. So when it comes to, downloading and installing, in the first step only, you will find one checkbox, add to path. That we have to check. Okay. Checkbox that we have to check. Otherwise, all are default settings only after that. So this is one software that we have to download and install. Once you download and install this one, we will get two tools out of this one. What are they? Interactive interpreter. See, if you want, you can write programs and test with this one. But you cannot save the programs if you use interactive interpreter. And one more tool also you will get with Python installation is IDLE. Mostly in colleges, IDLE is only being used, right? So you will use IDLE to write the program. But for professional purpose, we have to download PyCharm community version. This you'll get for free only. Okay. PyCharm community will get for free. So here PyCharm community version download. And here, if you see that on the same page, you'll find a professional version as well as a community version. Do not install that professional version, first one. That is, you'll get a trial version only. After 1 month, you have to purchase license. Here we have community version is there. You just download and install. Here all default steps only. But only thing is probably in third or so step, it will ask, do you want to have desktop icon? But for that, everything is, default. All are default steps only. Okay. So this is one. And one more thing is, you have to say in case if you are interested. If not, PyCharm is enough. And like we have one more thing also called Jupyter Notebook. Most of the companies use is PyCharm community, but some companies are using Jupyter Notebook also. But say that in near future, you want to learn data science and all, you have to use Jupyter Notebook only, not PyCharm. Okay. So these are the softwares that you have to download and like install. Jupyter Notebook, I will tell you that how to install from the command prompt itself. Straight away you can assign install, or else you have to install and configure one software called Anaconda. Okay. Yeah. So these are the softwares that you have to download and install. Got it. Yeah. Okay, so just please 1 minute, please. Hello. Morning. అతను మీకు ఇతను విక్రమించారు నంబర్ ఎట్లున్నారు ఇప్పుడు? అవునా, నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ జేఎన్టీ దగ్గర ఉన్నాను. ఇంటికి వెళ్ళేప్పటికి 11:15 అలా అవుతుంది. ఆ టైంకి రాగలరా? అదే వెహికల్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ గురించి చెప్పాను నేను. కొటేషన్ అది వాట్సాప్ చేశారా? అయితే నేను ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నాను. ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ లో మీకు కాల్ చేయొచ్చా? నా పని అయినట్లు మీకు కాల్ చేయొచ్చు. Okay, so these are the softwares that we have to download and install. Okay. So after this one, now like we will move to the subject, and is it okay that we'll move to the subject? Where we'll start, of course, as I said, I will start from very much scratch. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See now, in any programming language, you should know first keywords or reserved words. Keywords are reserved words. Then we should know data types. Then we should know type conversion. What is type conversion? And then type conversion, and then operators. These are the things that we should. Okay. So these all things now we will, if all or some of this, we'll discuss for today. Okay. First, we will see keywords or reserved words. So what are these keywords or reserved words? When we are writing a program, once you declare this keyword, no need to explain again to the interpreter what that particular word is. No need to specify or explain to the interpreter what that particular word is. So in that sense, like in Python, we have nearly 35 keywords are there. which we'll be using in no daily tasks of our Python programming. Okay, and as assert and as assert async await and as assert async await break continue class def then else if accept accept for finally from files finally from files okay files global in is import if lambda not non-local. So these all keywords have significance. Okay, we'll see that. Non-local or pass return raise try true while with none yield. So no, not like this. Nearly we have 35 keywords. Okay, so these all have significance. Let us see what are this. Okay, so these are all keywords. See here, and are not. So what are these? These are conditional operators. Conditional operators. What do you mean by this? What is logical and? What is and? Sorry. These are logical operators. Okay. So these are logical operators. What do you mean by logical operators? Say condition on both left and right of the operator. Condition on both left and right of the operator must be true for the statement to be true. Conditional, both left and right of the operator must be true for the statement to be true. That is what logical and is. Logical or condition on either left or right of the operator must be true for the statement to be true. Okay, both must be true for the statement to be true. It is logical and either one is true, then statement will be true. That is logical or not is just not of true is false, not of false is true. That is what not is. So these are the logical operators. Okay, and are not. Assert. So what is assert? Assert, this will be used as a debugging tool. This will be used as a debugging tool. What do you mean by debugging tool? Say, when you're writing a program, say where program will run to some 1,000 or 2,000 lines of code. Every 10 or 15 lines, you will not run the program and check for output. What you will do? We'll be writing some 100, 200, 300 like that. after 200, after 400, 600, like that, you want to test your program is running properly or not. So that time, what will happen when you're running the program after say 400 lines, it is throwing some error. So what will happen is that sometimes error message displayed is not relevant. Then what will happen? You will find some errors in the program. But that is, so there occur some errors rather in the program. So you will not be able to identify immediately where they are. So what you'll do, at some strategic points where we are writing heavy logic, there we will put some assert statements. One or multiple assert statements that we can use. So once you use these assert statements, you will come to know where exactly the error is. Okay. So this is used as a debugging tool. Next, async and await. Async and await. Async and await are used with asynchronous programming. Asynchronous programming we will use. Okay, next break. So what is break? When you are writing code, at some point of time you will give break. So then what will happen? Once you give break, control will come out of the loop or block of data. Okay. So what is break? Once control encounters break, now control will come out of the loop or block of data. What is that? Once control encounters break, now control will come out of the loop or block of data. So where, say like when we are writing a program and running it, what will happen? Line by line interpretation will be taking place. So at some point, a control will come across break. Once control come across break, now what will happen is control will come out of the loop or block of data. That is what break is. Now we have continue. What is continue? Once control encounters continue, now control will go back to starting of the loop. Okay, what is that? Once control encounters continue, now control will go to starting of the loop. So that is what is, this one, continue. So these all have meaning, okay? So class we use for class declaration, okay? Next, def lambda. Def and lambda, these are used for function declaration in Python. So these are used for function declaration in Python. Okay, def and lambda. How we declare? We will see that. Okay. Del keyword is used for deleting. Say a variable you want to delete, object you want to delete, a list you want to delete, part of the list you want to delete, whatever it is. So del keyword is used for delete purpose. Okay. If, else, if. These are used for condition checking. So you can check a single condition or multiple conditions. There we will use this if else. Okay. And also know if else we will use in a different scenario where we call this as single line operators. Single line operators. What is this one? So now if else if, where we use this for multiple condition checking, we will use these in different lines. But when it comes to the single line operator where I'm using if else, I will write both these in the same line. I will use this in same line. That is the reason why we call this a single line operator. If we want this, we will represent differently in other technologies, question mark and colon, where we call this as, ternary operator. If you know, in other languages like C, C++, Java, and all JavaScript, we will use question mark and colon for if else. They are called ternary operators. But here if else are called as, you call them as ternary operators or single line operators in case of Python. Okay. So these I'm talking about other languages. Okay. Yeah. So this is this one. If else. Next, for, while, and we have one more loop also, while true, true. Okay, so these are used for looping purpose. So where we have multiple values, you want to display one by one. That time you can use this loop, right? For while true. So these are used for looping. Try, except, else, raise, finally. See, these are all used, for error or exception handling. Error or exception handling. So for this purpose, we will use this one. Okay. So this is this one. Next, import from. These are used to declare or to import modules and packages. So where we'll use import, where we'll use from, we will see that in package or module declaration later when we go to the programming part. Okay. Yeah. So next, no, after import and this one, global, non-local. These are used for variable declaration. These are used for variable declaration, means what? Global variable, non-local variable, global variable. So now we will see more of this one. See, we'll have totally 3 types of variables: local variables, global variables, non-local variables. So we will discuss after this basic part. Okay. So these keywords we use for variable declaration. Okay. Next, pass. Pass. See, pass is used as passes used as placeholder. Pass is used as placeholder. What do you mean by placeholder? When we use pass, nothing will happen. It will result in no operation. But then why should we use pass? Say that you are declaring something, but you are not implementing that at that point of time, which you want to implement later. That time we will use this pass statement. Okay. So what is pass? This is used as a placeholder. When we declare pass, nothing will happen. It will result in no operation. Okay. Will result in no operation. So reason why we use this is we will declare something but not implement. Let us say that I am declaring a function. Def, say some my function. I am declaring. So I will tell that 1, 2, 3, 4 indentation we'll talk about So why I'm giving that space? See here, I declared a function, but I'm not providing any implementation here. I want to provide implementation for this at some other point of time. Similarly, let us say that I will declare a class. I'm declaring a class like this one. And here I will declare, but I will not provide any implementation. I will provide here pass. Say that I am using a for loop where I will write the condition here and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will give pass statement. Say I'm declaring something, but I'm not providing implementation at this point of time where I want to provide implementation some other point of time. So that time just by declaring block is not enough. We have to use the pass statement so that you will not get any error. Okay. So this is what is so pass. So pass is used as a placeholder. It will result in no operation. We will declare something, but we will not provide implementation immediately. But at some point of time, you want to provide implementation to that. That is what is this. Okay. Okay. So this is pass. And we have other keywords also like, mostly we use the, here. See, when it comes to other technologies, true and false, we will write all the letters in lowercase. But when it comes to Python, F and T, we will write in a uppercase. Okay. So this will return a Boolean value. This will return a Boolean value. Okay. This will return a Boolean value. So these are this true and false. Okay. Next, yield. So yield is the one which is used with generators. Yield statement. So what is a generator? Generator is used to display values from an iterable. Iterable means what? Where we have multiple values. Where we have multiple values, from that you want to return something. So there we will use this one. Okay. So here this yield statement will yield values more efficient. We'll discuss that in a different topic that we'll discuss later. Okay. So this is something about these data types. Sorry, this is something about keywords or operators. Most of this we'll discuss. We have discussed. Next, data types. Data types. As you know that Python is loosely or dynamically typed. Python is loosely or dynamically typed. Means what? While declaring a variable, no need to specify the data type. But still, Python internally interprets to what data type that particular value belongs. So that is the reason why we should have the data type supported here. See here, these are the data types supported in a Python. Numeric, dictionary, Boolean, set, and sequence type. Numeric again 3 types: integer, float, and complex number. And sequence types again 3 types: string, list, and tuple. Okay. So these are the 3. మీరు రేపొస్తే నాకు అక్కడి నుంచి చల్లగా వస్తుందని చెప్పి ఆయన వెళ్ళాడు. వాళ్ళని కామ్గా కూర్చోమని చెప్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ అది అక్కడ ఆ డోర్ వేస్తుంది. Okay, so these are all the data types supported here in case of Python. Okay. Yeah, so Python is loosely or dynamically typed, but still supports all these data types here. If you wanted to note down this, and any doubt with any of you, anytime you have to, use your audio. If not, you have to type message here. Okay, message all the time will not like that. If it is not giving any sound, I will not understand, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there are all the different types of data that we get. Done, right? Yeah. So now these are all the data types. Next, type conversion. Type conversion. What do you mean by type conversion? See, now you have a variable where we have assigned some value to that. Say that same value you want to use for a different data type variable declared at some other point of time. Then, probably we cannot straight away assign that value to that. So you have to use conversion. Say that, for example, you have a value like this one, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Though here we have number, but we are representing it in single quotes. Means what? It is a string value. Say you want to use this value as a integer, then what we have to do is we have to use conversion. This is what we call as conversion. Okay. So once you use conversion, what will happen? Now you will get the above value as 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is difference between representing a value this way and this way. This is a string. This is integer. So we need conversion for this purpose. Okay. So this is what type conversion is. Then how you define type conversion? How we define type conversion? Assigning value of one data type variable to another data type variable. What is that? Assigning value of one data type variable to another data type variable. Okay. Assigning value of one data type variable to another data type variable. See, here we have built-in functions for this purpose. Built-in functions. What are the built-in functions that we have? Int, float, string, boolean, list, tuple, dictionary. So these are all the built-in functions which are used, for type conversion purpose. Okay. So type conversion, once again, I define how assigning value of one data type variable to another data type variable. Clear? So these are all the functions which we use for conversion, and I have given example here where we use the conversion to get a different formatted value. Okay. Yeah. So this is type conversion. Type conversion. Next, finally, we'll discuss about operators. We'll discuss about operators. See, in every programming language, you'll find operators. Why? Operators are used to manipulate the declared variables and all to perform various operations. Okay. So these are the operators. What are the operators that we have here? Arithmetic, assignment, single line. So we call single line or ternary for understanding sake. Single line or ternary. Like logical, comparison, comparison operators. Next, identity operators, comparison operators, identity operators, membership operators, membership, bitwise operators, instance of operator, type of operator. So these are all different types of operators that we have. Okay. So what are the arithmetic operators that we have? Plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, and this one is floor division. Floor division, okay. Floor division, double asterisk, exponent. These are all different types of operators, okay. Arithmetic, assignment operators, equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, floor division equal to, floor division equal to, exponent equal to, left shift equal to, right shift equal to, left shift equal to, right shift equal to. These are all assignment operators. Next, single line operators, if else. So we'll use if else to check the condition. But if you use if else in same line, then we call them as single line operators. Okay. This one. Next, logical operators. Logical and, logical or, logical not. See, we will be doing so many basic, so many programs on these basics, what we are discussing today, okay? Yeah. So this is this one. Next, comparison operators. What are comparison operators? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal. So these are all. Identity operators is not. These are the identity operators. Membership operators. In, not in. Okay. Bitwise operators. Left shift, right shift, XOR. All these are, bitwise operators. Instance of operator, to know that something is an object of something or not. That instance of operator. Type. What is type? So you want to know, as you know that Python is loosely or dynamically typed. Okay. Loosely or dynamically typed, but still supports all the data types. Say that how Python interpreter is interpreting a different value That time now we can use this type. It will show you to what data type that particular value belongs. Okay. So these are all the operators. Okay. Yeah. These are all the operators. Now, see when so now bit of basic part that is now for these programming languages. This Python is over. Now, in fact, in the beginning itself, I should have told you. See that here you have to sit with book and pen and write the notes. I will dictate theory part also, and also programming we will do, and we'll share some material also. So that is the reason why, all the time you have to practice and come back with your doubts. Okay. So you have to use your audio, or again, I have just said your chat window to type some message in. Okay. Yeah. So this is it. But so now what we'll do is for today, we will do a couple of examples. See, when you install Python, we will get two tools, interactive interpreter and idle. So probably you are using idle now in case if you are doing Python. So let us see that where you will see this idle in your start menu, all apps. Here you will find a Python folder, and in this one we will have idle and interpreter. See, this is the interpreter. This is the interpreter. So now here we'll be writing programming. Here we can write programs using interactive interpreter, but we cannot save these programs. We cannot save these programs. So only thing is we can check the program by writing. Okay, so Python has many built-in functions. Python has many built-in functions. We'll discuss more on functions when we move to the topic, but still I will use some built-in functions. See, print is a built-in function in Python. Okay, print is a built-in function. Here, what I'll do is I will write welcome to Python programming. See now, enter. Now it is showing you the output. Print of welcome to Python programming. So now once you enter, it will display the output. Now say that I'm declaring A, assigning some value. B, assigning some value here. Say, say total equal to A plus B. And say here print total. Here you give total. See, it is displaying total. Prod equal to A multiplication B. Now here print prod. Prod. Oh, now what happened? Missed something here. Prod A to B. So here print. Oh, I have not given this one. Okay. See now it is displaying value. So though we are assigning, see here, if you see that I have not given the data type while declaring a variable, right? I have not given the data type while declaring a variable. So I have declared identified A and assigned value, B and assigned value. Okay. So now this is the one, and I'm writing some expression total equal to A plus B, product equal to A multiplication B. Though We are giving values and going to the next line by entering. These values will be remembered across different operations. These values will be remembered across different operations. Okay? Yeah. And one more thing that we'll discuss here about is indentation. What do you mean by indentation? Say in other languages, to represent a block of code, we will use curly braces. How? Let us say that some void add some function I'm writing here. Okay. So here I will use curly braces where we'll write the code. So this is how, we will represent a block of code in other languages. When it comes to Python, we use indentation. We use one thing called indentation. What do you mean by indentation? Indentation is 4 spaces from the left. Okay. Say that the same one, what we have declared void add, def add, I'm declaring here in case of Python. And here, I will give semicolon at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I will start writing the code. So 4 spaces from the left where we start, working with something. Let us say that here we are giving A and B. And here we will write some return statement. Let us say that return A plus B. Return A plus B. So the same thing, if we want 1, 2, 3, 4, here we will write the return statement. Okay. Say we are passing 2 parameters. So indentation, which is used to represent a block of code. Hope that it is clear. See, in case of this other languages where we will use curly braces to represent a block, we can have more blocks in a single function or a method. Similarly, in case of Python also, we can have any number of indentations. Say that we are writing one more block here. Say we are checking for some if condition and all. And say we are just for understanding sake, I'm saying. Okay. Okay. So then here what we'll do is here 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we'll start writing the code. So this is how we will manage different blocks here. Once you give colon and enter, all the time we will get the indentation of 4 spaces from the immediate left. Okay. So that is what is, this one. So these all things are very much required even to do a single program. And the same, finally for today, what I'll do is, I will do one example where the same program, what I have written in the interpreter, I will write using idle. But here we cannot save this program, okay? Using interpreter. How will come out of this one? Control Z, enter. Now it will be closed. Now say all apps and see idle. This is no idle shell. We'll get something like this one. Okay. So what we have to do here is first we have to create folder somewhere. You have to create folder somewhere. Say I'm giving so many batches will be there for me. So I have to identify each one. So I have given Python online 9 a.m. Okay. The same program what I have written now, I will write using ideal. See here, file, new file. File, new file. See here in the same program, I am writing both. Say print, say welcome to Python programming. And next, say A equal to 1000, B equal to 2000. Say here total equal to A plus B, prod equal to A multiplication B, and here print. You can see that the different colors also, right? Here in this editor, string we are representing in green color. All built-in functions will get in magenta color. Code written by you is displayed in black color. Okay. Yeah. See here, total. Print. Prod. Prod. First, what we have to do? We have to save this example. See now, save as. See now, you have created a folder. So it's a good practice all the time to create a folder and make it sure that all your applications are going and sitting there. So this is the folder, and here I will give demo one. I'm giving only file name, not extension. Why? Here we are using the editor, so it is saving file as Python file only. Okay, save it. Now I have saved the program. You can see that here demo1.py. Now see here run module, run module, where we are getting the output like this one, where we are getting output like this. So this is what is this is. Okay. So welcome to Python programming. You got the message and also total and prod. So this we are. Okay. So this is the one. So let me just 1 minute wait. I'll come. So I will ask them this one. Just wait one. Okay, then that's all for today. So tomorrow again we will see it 9 a.m. So meanwhile, I hope that you have noted down this one, or you will go through whatever the other resource that we have, and we'll see tomorrow 9 a.m. Okay. Okay. Good day. Bye all. See you.
Associate Director.